Hey everyone, this is Rhyme Lolliot, and I am doing a Stein screw tutorial as asked by a couple of people. I'll put their names below in the description. And basically, I'm just going to be showing you how I made mine using like no money at all. So this is basically what it looks like without my head in between it. Basically what's going to be your best friend is hot glue and band-aids if you like burn yourself a lot like I do. Or you can just suck it up like I also do. Alright. Also, you can get candy cigarettes. I'm actually going to make fake cigarettes because I don't condone smoking. Smoking is gross. But candy cigarettes, I get me. So first what I did was I took a container like this made out of cardboard and it had a lid over top. So what I did was, with the lid, I put it over and it overlapped, so it was about here. What I did was I took the lid and put it over the bottom and I traced around the outside where the lid was. And I cut it that way. This is the bottom of the cardboard, and this is the top of the cardboard lid, so that they overlap. You can see where they overlap. And then I marked out where I wanted to make the indent to my screw. So basically, I took a ruler, drew lines down here, and I cut the top. Then I looked on the side and saw how deep I wanted this indent to be, which I wanted it to be pretty deep so it was really noticeable. What I usually use for my scalpel, because I don't have a real scalpel, is a X-Acto knife. So doing all of this with an X-Acto knife, please don't hurt yourself, that's not fun. Just cut around here. And I mean, it's not going to be perfect, and I didn't expect it to be, so if you have problems with perfection, my style might not be right for you. Then what I had was, all of this was empty space in here. So I measured out spaces of cardboard, I don't know if you can see that, right there, and hot glued it, which is kind of messy and it kind of sticks out. You can see, jeez, you can see where the hot glue is probably. And I mean, all you have to do is paint over that. There's really nothing you can do about it. And you're doing all of this with cardboard, just regular cardboard. It can be corrugated, it can be non. It doesn't really matter. Then I hot glued around here and cut out a section that was to fit right here. And you know, you might have to keep trimming off a little bit as you go, but it's not that big a deal if you just keep shaving off a little by little so it fits right. I would suggest before hot gluing this bottom piece to the lid piece, once it's open, what you need to do is take a, what's it called? Party crank turner, the one that makes this kind of noise. You get them on New Year's. I happened upon mine, so I didn't have to go out and buy them. I'm guessing you can buy them at craft stores, party stores, I don't know. They're the things that you twirl and they make the party noise. I had to destroy mine because it was not, this piece and this piece wasn't wide enough to fit the entire party turner, which I didn't think about when I was making this. I could have solved this problem by making the indent less deep. What I had to do was take a blunt object and smash this party turner repeatedly until I just had the part that made the clicky noise, which was really stressful and kind of dumb, but it worked anyway. I found a long cardboard tube. I think it was a wrapping paper tube for like a really skinny piece of wrapping paper. I took the handle of the party turner, you know, the thing that you hold it by that goes like this. I wish I could draw you a diagram. And I had hot glued down the piece inside that turn. And then I took hot glue again and hot glued it to this inside, to this piece. So basically what I had to do was use a whole lot of hot glue and shove it in here and hold it there to the side of the cylinder inside. I don't know if this is making any sense, I really hope so. After that, I did this piece, took the end of the cardboard tube and cut it off. I didn't want this piece being really large because, I don't know, I see a lot of cosplays with Stein where he has the screw right here and then this huge piece sticking out, and I don't like that, it bothers me. Then I took a piece of cardboard, cut out a circle after I measured it, forced it in there. With cardboard, cardboard's a little bit flexible, so it doesn't really matter, you can just kind of poke it in there, and had hot glued it. And I found some cheap plastic headbands that are stretchy. I used 2 headbands, and they're both silver, so they match my hair color, so, I mean, you can still kind of see it, but with the wig, I cover it up as best I can. On the inside, they have these little rubber grip things, which holds really nicely, because if it was just flat metal, it would slide around, and I don't want that. So it's really, you can hear that little noise. That's the rubber, and it holds on really nice to my head. So I measured where it needed to be on my head, you know, where I took the headband, took the screw, held it where I want, looking in a mirror, and used a marker to mark it. Did that for both sides. Then what I did was hot glue. I hot glued the crap out of this. I held it on there and did hot glue inside of the screw, and then did hot glue on the outside of the headband multiple times. And it's been a couple of months. It's been since, I think, around New Year's, and it hasn't given me any problems. It hasn't fallen off. I did the same with this end piece. And then I went to the craft store, got some metallic paint, and painted the whole thing multiple times. And this is my screw, not tucked into my wig. And I know that this part is kind of large compared to most Stein screws, but I didn't want to go get anything smaller than this. I don't know. That's because I'm kind of lazy in a way. That's how I did the screw. Let's see. Someone else wanted to know about my shirt. This was kind of my own dissection project. I took this string. It's not yarn, it's jewelry design. Black, shiny string, I don't know if this helps, but it's really soft. It doesn't come apart easily. I went to a local Goodwill, what's it called? Secondhand shop. And I got 2 different sweaters that had the same sort of ribbed, because I wanted the legit ribbing. I hate the word legit, but the legit ribbing. I butchered it, just cutting it randomly, where I wanted them to be different, and sewed them together using a sewing machine. And then I took a large needle, very large needle, and strung this through it, and sewed stitches all over. And that's what I'm going to do with my lab coat too. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and didn't mind listening to me talk for however long this is. If you have any more questions, feel free to comment below. If you have any more things that you want to know tutorial-wise, anything else about this cosplay or any other cosplay that I have.